we are still in section 4.4. Let's remember together the laws of logarithms, the relationship between these expressions. So we have here log A, capital, log B. Of course, A small here, A small, it is positive, not 1, the base. Also, the arguments inside, they are positive. Without these conditions, we have, these expressions are not defined. We have nothing to see. Now, who can tell me what is the relationship between these expressions? Log A, log B, log AB, log A over B, log A to the power C, and so on. What is the relationship? What is this? How this is related to these two? What is log AB? Yes. Log, the product is the sum of the logs. This is what we called the product law. So we are done with this. This is just the sum of the log of A and B. What about log A over B? Log A of A over B, it is the log of A minus the log of B. It is the difference. So keep in mind that this is not log A over log B. This is something different. Okay, it is not the same. This is not the same as this. What about log A to the power C? This is just when you have log A of A to the power C, it is C multiplied by this A, by this log. What about this? As it is. This one, as it is, the logarithm does not distribute over the sum and the difference. Who can tell me about this one? How we can write this in a different way? We have the base here A. How this is equals to what? Who can tell me this one can be written like what? Yes.
Log B of A.
Log B, log with base A, B of what? Of A. How is that? You are right. This is by the change of base formula. The change of base formula says if you have log A of X and you want to change the base to be B, you can write it like this, or let's say B whatever. Here you will have the new, the same argument, and here you have the old base. This is exactly what we did. These are the laws of logarithms. We have 3, and this is the change of base formula. These are 3 special cases. They are so important. If you can remember them, it will be better. This will save your time. If you don't, it's okay. Go back to the change of base formula. So let's remember them. When you change the base and the argument, it is the reciprocal. When you have log 1 over A of X, it is negative log A of X. When you have log A to the power M, it is 1 over M multiplied by log of A. This is when you want to change. Of course, Ya Shabab, this is a special case from this. Do you realize that? Log 1 over A of X, it is just log A to the power negative. So it is just here when M equals to what? M equals to negative 1. So it is enough to focus on this, by the way, and you will remember the other. I think we solved all of these exercises. Is that right? What about this? Sure? We didn't? I did, I think, in the previous recording. It is in the recording, but let's solve it quickly again. Yes. You can watch the video, the recording. You can please watch the recording again. If you're still unable to understand it, you can come to my office. I will help you to understand it. So I didn't solve this with you. Let's solve it quickly. What we need here, we need to use the laws of logarithms to combine the following expression into a single logarithm. We need this to be at the end a single logarithm. This is the answer. Let's hide it. It is there. I expect that we solve it with you. I did, by the way, with other sections, but not maybe with you. Okay, what we will do here, just we will, what is the first idea comes to your mind when you have a question like this? Yes.
Use the basic laws of logarithm.
We will use the basic laws. So what is then what you will think about one? About which one? What you will think about? you will think about, first of all, to use the laws of logarithm. Do you notice something? They have the same base. We are talking about the same base. So here we don't have the same base. This is, in fact, the first idea that should come to your mind is unify the bases, to make them with the same base. Because without the same base, you cannot use the laws of logarithm. So what do you think? You have 2, you have 4, you have a half. So you will write them as 2, all of them. I think this is a good idea. So we have here 3 log 2 of x minus, this is 4 to the power 2. Let me remind you that if you have log a to the power m of x, this is what? 1 over m log a of x, right? So here it will be what? Negative third multiplied by 4. It is 2 to the power 2. So it will be 1 over 2 log 2 of x to the power 12, right? Plus a half log. Do you remember what I told you when m is negative 1? It will be 1 over negative 1. So it will be what? Plus 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over negative 1, which is negative, by the way, if you want to write it. Log 2 of x to the power 6. What I did, I just applied this rule with m equals to negative 1. Now let's simplify. Here you will have what? Log 2 of x to the power 3, right? By the power law. Here we will have what? Plus log 2 of x to the power negative 12 over 6, right? From where we bring the negative? From here. You can write it, by the way, negative here and here plus, it's okay. And then you will use the quotient law. But I prefer, Shabab, to do this to make only one law at the end. This will be what? Negative 2, right? Finally, we have here what? Plus log 2 of x to the power 6 over negative 2, which is what? Negative 3. Are you with me? Now, do we have the same base? We have log of something plus log of something else, so we can use the product law. So this will be x to the power 3, x to the power negative 2, and also x to the power what? Negative 3, by the same way. Which is equals to, simplify the argument inside, it will be what? X to the power negative, because x to the power 3 minus 3 will be 0, x to the power 0 is 1. And that's it. Let's now try to solve this. I will give you like 3 minutes. Please try to solve it from 2 to 3 minutes. You have here a is positive, not 1, x also the same. Then you need to simplify this expression as much as possible. Simplify such expression. Remember your tools, the laws of logarithms, the definition of the logarithm, the properties of logarithm, the change of base formula. Again, what's the first step? What you did?
Well, first I this
Excellent. So you thought about working with what? With the bases.
Yes.
Good idea. The answer is 4. It is not 4. Check again. You have a mistake. The answer is not 4. You have an answer? What is your serial number? 23. Excellent. You are one. Yes. What is your serial number? 35. We don't have like. Oh, this is sorry. This is not your section. 35. You are Ahmed.
Yes.
Excellent, Ahmed. Your section. You 23. Ghazi.
Yes.
Excellent, Ghazi. Okay, guys. The answer, if you want to check, the answer is 1. Why it is 1? Again, you need to bring your tools and decide which one you can use for. So for an instant here, again, you have different bases. So it will be easier if you have the same base for all the logarithmic expressions. So if I were you, what I will do, I will start with the first expression and I will say this is equals to log, this is 10 to the power what? A half. So again, by using the same formula, log a to the power m of x, it is 1 over m log a of x. I change the base from a to the power m to a. So we will change now the base from square root of 10 to what? To 10. So we will have here 1 over what? 1 over a half, which will be what? 2. So this is the first expression. Here we have 1,000, which is 10 to the power 3. So this is the first practice. Now let's go to the second log. We have here what? Log a. So it is a. What you can do for it? The base is a. Now we have here square root of x. So we can write it as what? X to the power. And we will use the Power's law to write the half here. You know that log a to the power c, it is c log a. Okay. Then we will write this as what? We need to change the base here from x to the power 3 to what? To x. To x. So it will be what? Again, by the same formula, by this one. It will be 1 over 3 log x of a. Okay. Now, I think we can simplify this. This is 2. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Why? Because this is log 10 of 10 to the power. You know that log a of a to the power x is x by the inverse function property. Or you can bring this 3 here by what? By the Power's law. And it will be multiplied by 1. It will be 3 log 10 of 10 is 1. Here, what we can do, it is a half log a of x multiplied by third. If I cancel this with this, is it true? Yes, believe it or not, they are reciprocal of each other. Because this is just 1 over log a of x by using the change of base formula. I told you about it. When you have log a of b, it is 1 over log b of a. Now you can cancel now this with this. And you have also 2 over 2 is 1, 3 over 3 is 1, and the answer is 1. You may use other ways to solve it, but I believe that this is the faster way or the best way to do that. Let's go to the next question, please. We have here an old exam question about which one of the following statements is always true. For the real numbers x greater than 0, y greater than 0, they are not 1 also. Please try to solve it and tell me which one is the correct one. Let's start one by one. What about the first one? The first one, is it true or false? How to show? How to show that it is false? Why? Why it is false? It is log x of x. Log x of x is 1. Log x of y squared, it is log xy squared. The 2 by the Power's rule is there. So to show that this is not true, what you can do? You can start with this. What is this? If it will be true if this is what? If this is multiplication, not addition, you know that the log cannot be distributed over the sum. So this will be as it is. But this one here can be written as what? What is 1? 1 is log x of x. Do you agree with me? Plus, why I thought about that? Because I need the same log with the same base. Now by the addition formula or the multiplication formula, this is log x of what? Of x multiplied by y squared. Okay. Now, this is not for sure. This is not the log of the sum. So this is why this is false. Now, what about the second one? Is it false? It is false. Why it is false? Because, in fact, this side is equals to what? Log y of x multiplied by 1 over log y of x, which will be cancelled. We'll get 1 over 1, which is 1. Okay. What about the third one? True or false? Again, it is false. Why? Because this one here on the left, on the right, it is in fact equals to what? Log y of x to the power, not log x, log y of x all to the power n. This will stay as it is. Excellent. What about D? False. How to show that it is false? You have here two options. You can show that this is not that. You can start with the left hand side or the right hand side. What do you prefer? Let's start with the left hand side. Log x over 1 over y. It is equals to what if you want to simplify? It is log y to the power negative, which is negative log xy. Is this the same as log y of x? Let's try. Let's try to make the base y, not x. What we will do in that? It will be the reciprocal, right? And clearly, this is not equals to log y of x. You can show it in another way, by the way. You can work on this one and show that you have log y of x, which can be written if you want to change the base, it will be log x of y. Of course, this is not log x of 1 over y. This is so important. The reciprocal here cannot be, of course, used to the argument, the same as for the argument. So it looks like that the right answer is what? It is E. And we need to show that how it is E. Why the answer is E? To show that, what do you think? Right hand side or left hand side to start with? The right one. It is not easy to start with a simple side and show that it is equals to the complicated one. Usually in such questions, start with the complicated one and simplify. So what we will do, what we can do here? Oh, I realized that we can do it in several cases, by the way, in several methods. One way I did, by the way, what is this? So this is -1 over, what is this? So let me write the negative above just to save the space. It will be -1 over negative log x of y. Do you agree with me? What is 1 over y? 1 over y is y to the power -1. The negative will go out of by the product rule. And the negative over negative is positive. You have 1 over log x of what? What is this? This is log y of x. Is it ln x over ln y? How to show that? Change the base formula by the change of base formula. Your base is y. You want to change it to be what? To be e, to be ln. So it will be log e, which is ln, over log e, which is ln. You will write here the same argument and here the old base. And it is equal to the right-hand side. True. Look, it is not easy to start with ln x over ln y and go backward. It is not that easy. what I have realized just now when when I'm solving, that we can write this as log here. We can do it in another way. What is log x of x over log x of 1 over y? This is what? By the change of base formula, you can apply the change of base formula. So this will be what? We have negative first. It will be log 1 over y of x, which is in fact log y of x, which is the same as this log. And the last step will be like that. So that's it. This is all what we have. I prepared some questions for you, but unfortunately we don't have time. So I will leave them for you to practice. And I have solved some of them for you to practice more and more. Thank you and see you next class, inshallah.